You are on bond for murder, and you've now picked up an...
Oh, hold up. We're 3 seconds in, and this judge drops "you're on bond for murder" like it's the weather forecast. If you ever wanted to see a courtroom hit the ground sprinting, welcome. Stakes instantly maxed out.
assault case. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 27th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a disturbance/unknown weapon call. The complaining witness stated she is part of the nursing staff and that the defendant has been asked to leave on multiple occasions and refuses to do so. The complaining witness stated that the defendant was attempting to get her grandfather to sign over power of attorney to her.
Now this part is wild. She's accused of trying to get her grandfather, who reportedly has dementia, to sign over power of attorney? That's not just drama, that's legal landmine territory. Power of attorney requires the person to understand what they're signing. Without capacity, the whole thing becomes a courtroom grenade.
But the staff would not allow this due to the grandfather being diagnosed with dementia. The complaining witness stated that the defendant used force on the complaining witness to get her to leave the grandfather's room. The complaining witness states that the defendant put her hands on the complaining witness's face and pushed it back. The defendant was positively identified by the complaining witness and her Texas ID number.
You say that there was any pain? She pushed in the face. This is an assault, right? There has to be some kind of injury or pain.
She did state that she felt pain in the dim summary.
Okay. Ms. Taylor, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Now, you're saying there's a bond violation in this case?
Yes, Judge, it's still me.
This is one of those moments where everyone in the room is confused and nobody wants to admit it. The judge is trying to solve the math problem of how did she get a lawyer before she was technically out? Welcome to the magical world of courtroom scheduling, where time is a flat circle and paperwork teleports.
Michael, have you seen this? And how did you already get appointed to this case?
Your Honor, I was appointed sometime very recently on this case. I received a text. I don't know what day it was, but I received
It looks like it was the 29th, which was Tuesday. But how was he appointed a lawyer?
I'm thinking when she was in the holdover.
No. How is she, I mean, I don't understand. Well, regardless, I guess I'm glad that you're appointed because right now she's got bond violations. She was ordered by the
magistrate. I wasn't aware of
magistrate.
that, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I wasn't aware of a BVR in this case. I actually have another BVR today before the court.
I know that, yeah, we got you. We'll deal with that one next, but you're on bond for murder. You were ordered by the magistrate to have a GPS monitor. You have violated those conditions. Unacceptable. I'm revoking your bond. She goes with you.
This defense attorney is fighting for his client's final sliver of daylight. But the judge is not having it. To her, this isn't a technical issue. This is, you're on bond for murder and still breaking rules? In judge speak, that's basically hitting the nope button with both hands.
No.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yeah.
Your Honor, she just was released because I met her in the holdover earlier this week, and she could not have been out of jail more than a day, 2 at the most. Would the court allow her to leave right now to get the device?
No. Did she not get the device?
Judge, there was a conflict, that's why the DVR was submitted, felony. So the magistrate ordered bond conditions, but the curfew times were not aligning with the felony conditions. That's
So
not-
what? I mean, you still have to abide by the conditions. I mean, what did they say the conditions were?
I have the paper up right there.
I'm not asking you to say anything, Ms. Taylor. The only thing I want is I want my city protected. You're on bond for this serious case, and now you picked up an assault. I mean, you were ordered to have certain conditions. You must abide by these conditions.
And Your Honor,
She received conditions of bond on April 28th, 2025 that ordered a GPS device with a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. On May 1st, she had an unapproved enter at 7:52 p.m. and then left again at 8:51 until basically 9 o'clock at night.
Yes, Judge, and on the felony conditions, I'm looking at them right now, curfew is from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. So that's where it's conflicting. So the magistrate ordered from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and on felony, their curfew was 12 a.m. to 6 a.m.
I mean, she still has to follow conditions, right? There may be conflicting, but, you know, you abide by the conditions and then you come to court and you ask to, you know, do something or maybe make them align, but you just don't do whatever you want to do and think, okay, nothing's going to happen. You're on bond for 2 serious cases.
Your Honor, if I may again,
Sure.
this is a brand new case. Could the court admonish her? Because the amount of time, I understand that,
Michael, she's on bond for murder. She's lucky to even have a bond, and now she picks up an assault. She's ordered to have a curfew, and she's just doing whatever the hell she wants to do.
in this case, Judge, that's before your court, this is a brand new case, and this is her first time having any issues while on your bond, Judge. Would the court be willing to admonish her not to leave her home even for short periods of time?
I don't know, Mikey. I don't know.
Thank you, Your Honor. And my assumption is we've reached out to felony. My assumption is there's a DVR call for that too. So I don't know what the following murder looks like, but.
I don't know, Michael. I'm going to stew on it for a while. You
Yes,
want to
Your Honor.
talk?
When the judge says something is the capital murder of misdemeanors, that's code for you absolutely do not want this charge. Protective order violations sound small, but they can tank your freedom faster than the original case. Judges treat these like sacred law. Break one, and you're in legal quicksand.
About your other BVR? Or wait, hold on a second. Sorry, let me just finish with the arraignments. Give me 2 seconds and then we're almost
No
done.
problem, Judge.
Mr. Bustamante, I know that there are 2 sides to the story. I get it, right? That's why we have trials. But in the interim, we ask you to do several things. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. Number 1, we ask you to show up. On your first case, you failed to appear just in and of itself, and we had to issue a warrant for your failure. We issued bond conditions on that as well. Those conditions were also broken. You've now picked up a new case. I want you to understand something and listen and hear me clearly. Mr. Bustamante, I want you to listen and I want you to hear me clearly, because what I'm doing now is I'm putting orders of protection.
That right there, that's the judicial version of don't make me pull this car over. And honestly, when a judge starts talking about blowing gaskets, it's not metaphorical. That's a warning wrapped in a threat, dipped in a promise.
On both of your cases. And if you violate these, you are looking at 2 more very serious violation of a protective order case. That in and of itself is the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? You violate conditions on that, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond.
I understand 100%, sir. Your Honor.
Thing I am asking you to do is do not have contact with either of the complaining witnesses in these cases. I don't care if they're relation. I don't care if there's no relation. I don't care who they are. Do not have contact. And when I mean no contact, I mean no contact of any kind. No phone calls, text messages, social media, emails, Snapchat, whatever it may be, smoke signals. No means no.
It's a problem, Your Honor. It's not a problem.
So
This is one of the most important legal lessons you'll ever get for free. If the judge says, don't talk, you stop talking. Courtrooms are basically microphones with consequences. Every word is ammunition for someone.
this is now an order that identifies both Bustamantes as protected individuals. You cannot communicate with them. You cannot commit an assault, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, communicate with a third party to try to communicate with them. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work.
I understand, Your Honor. I got 7 kids, and those are not the oldest ones. I'm a good daddy.
Don't talk to these two.
I understand, Your Honor.
This order only applies to these two. Don't use the other kids to try to have contact with these. If you do,
We all live together. Right.
now you don't.
Right. I'll go to mom's house.
Best go somewhere else because they're going to inform those kids now that you're not supposed to be there or have contact with them.
That's not a problem, Your Honor.
All right.
The first one, my daughter, she doesn't live here. She ran away with her husband. Whenever she called the cops, she wasn't even at the house.
I don't,
I understand.
Don't go into
you
the
have contact with them. I'm not asking you much. You've already picked up 2 cases. You pick up a third, I'm going to blow a gasket.
That's the problem. You got it.
State, is there anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. There are allegations of drug use too. We would ask for rating your analysis.
Okay. You're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, I'm going to revoke these bonds and we'll put you back in. As it stands now, you are a flight risk. I'm not going to give you a PR bond. So what'll happen now is we're going to put you back. I've got your bond set. If you have someone that posts your bond, then you must abide by these conditions.
My daughter, my daughter.
I've given you a lawyer. You need to talk to the lawyer. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say, they're going to sit there and they're going to type it to use it to prove your guilt. Just don't say anything. I'm telling you what the expectation is. So if you do get out, you don't pick up a third case.
I have a question.
What's the question? Ask me.
Ask the lawyer.
Okay, so,
That-
okay.
Okay,
We're good, Judge.
you good? Okay, all right, Mr. Bustamante, you know what's expected of you from now on. That's it.
Thank you, Your
Okay,
Honor.
so we need him to sign conditions
Yes,
with
sir.
Roxanne whenever she's ready.
You come up here so I can.
I'm not equivalent. I want to go.
Sir, please.
I want to go to jail.